Peace, blessings, love, and light, everybody out there and in the world right now, doing our daily chores and tasks. I figured today that I'd come online and or at least pre-record this and put this online for those people who are kind of looking for a way how to get rid of some of the habits and traits inside of our hearts that confuse the way to an out, or confuse the way to self-liberation because of the interactions we have with a figure that we're very common with in our lives, and that is ourselves. We are our biggest stumbling block, we are our biggest roadblock. But once you start to realize how to tackle and grasp and get hold of the mindsets that you have, it becomes much easier. And I'm not going to go so super deep into anything off philosophical debates or something like that, But I did want to let you guys know about something I came across in meditation and in practice and cleansing some of the behaviors I had that unraveled and let me become aware of something delusion. Not in delusion in itself, but delusional friendship within the bad habits, or the bad thoughts, I should say, that are ever so prevalent within my daily life. Delusion here means believing something to be true when it is proven it is not true. And at this point, it really basically means believing the whispers, believing the these so-called intuitions, or the suggestions that my perceptions and views are trying to make me believe, but are based on filling in blanks. They're not real. It's just you adding to a storyline that you don't know what goes into the blanks, and you believe it is true because it's easier, it's quicker, it's faster. And anyway, delusion is a very, very acceptable form of thought. We call it all types of things. It has many different names. Intuition, like we said. It has different characters. It has different actions. Oh, my ear was ringing. Oh, my eyelid was twitching. Somebody was thinking about me. I had something was whispering in my ear. I had a premonition. I had a dream. I had a vision. I suspected. All these are different code names for delusional thoughts, and you ran with it. You ran with it. You opened a space for it. You participated. You welcomed it. And because of it, it has actually forged a way to manifest itself in your waking life. It is actively participating, changing and altering your view, your perception, and making itself real. And a lot of times that has to do with the way that we interact. especially others that we don't particularly like. So you might think that they're always talking about you, but you're not 100% sure. They might be, but you're not sure. So what does your mind do? Or what does this bad friendship that you have do? It says, ooh, see, they're talking about you. Did you hear your name right there? Or you put that cup down and they move it. They know that you like to put your cup there, and they move it every day. It's because they're inconsiderate. Or basically what it does is give you real events, real characters, real places, real situations. It then has you alter the events. If this was going to happen, I will respond this way. I will retaliate this way. Or I will be ready to strike this way, or do this, or do that. So if you have a real event, what it does is transform, change all the events around to create a brand new story. And when the brand new story comes about, it also brings about brand new feelings, all built on an illusion. It's all built on something that's not true. So it just keeps adding fuel to the fire and building so much animosity towards people, events, places, situations. It's not a good friend to have. And the thing is, delusion never lets you know it's a delusion. It always comes in as a suggestion, and it has you do all the footwork. If you know it's a delusion, you won't accept it. So delusion brings in another partner, feelings. Feelings are what gets you attracted. Feelings are what keeps you interested in adding extra to the story, adding real characters to a story that is completely false. But because this false story is more entertaining than the real, what do? We drop the real story and we go for the fake one. One way to overcome delusion, delusional practice, delusional thought, is to talk your way through it. Literally open your mouth and have a conversation with you. Talk your way out. Did that really happen? No. What really did happen? Okay, well, this really happened. Okay, then stay in the truth and don't add extra. Don't add something that we have doubt about to something that is true. Another way to conquer delusion is to have a firm object of meditation, or our focus has to be on the task at hand, not outside. If my job is to sweep, then I have no purpose thinking about what others are doing inside of a football stadium, or what the nuns are talking about in the kitchen, or what possibly could be happening down inside the prayer hall with two people that I don't like, or maybe people I do like. So this isn't always talking about what. It's easy to see about things that we don't like, because we usually find out things that irritate us. We can create complete novels off of things that irritate us. But also, this is also working for things that we like, things that we are attracted to. We can look at food and talk about food as if we've never had it before, and we think and obsess over food more than we spend time actually eating the food that we want it to get. Okay, so that's also a form of delusion. It doesn't always happen when things are not going your way. It also happens when things are thought of to be really good. You over obsess about them, you daydream about them, you're thinking about them for days, and you've taken so much mindfulness away from your practice because you have made a good friendship with delusion. The thing is what I've witnessed with delusion is Delusion cannot work unless you accept it. Delusion cannot work unless you, delusion will not work unless you participate with it. It's a two-party system. It can't work by itself. It needs you. It needs your attention. It needs you to listen to it. And the thing is, once you start to talk back to it, it runs away and cowards itself away. Like we said, oh yeah, delusion is one of those things where people say, you know, your thoughts will be like, oh well, somebody did something to you out of malice, or they did something to you, they moved your things because of unappreciation for you, or they don't care for you, or well, if that's the case, answer back to it. Okay, if that's the case, well then these leaves also fell because they want to make my job very difficult to sweeping in the temple. Does that make sense? And then you say to yourself, oh well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Well, then neither does the other ideas and thoughts that you are proposing for me to entertain myself with. Then they also are part of that delusional scheme. So you actually need to actually talk yourself through. You know, it's one of those things where we don't even realize it's happening. It happens a lot right after you eat, when you're in your downtime, your rest time, when you're not really mindful. It's when your mind is daydreaming off into the world, off into the clouds. That's the fertile ground for delusion to come in and take over the storyboard, take over the situation, and start feeding your mind a bunch of thoughts that arouse the kilesa, or the defilements of the heart. So make a joke. I find it very humorous when I start having ideas and my perceptions are starting to get distorted. I start making fun of the things that I have been thinking about or entertaining in my mind, so I can see how silly they are. And it actually really works, and that's something that I kind of hold on to, and that's all I want to really say to you guys. And I really want us to be able to overcome and use different skills and the talents that we have to express, hold, and maintain self-mastery and preservation of the practice, so we can overcome our hindrances. You know, this is a really big deal, you know, especially in a time like right now where we are experience a lot of alone time, a lot of time being by ourselves. A lot of us in different countries, we can't go here, we can't go there, we're not allowed to go out, so we have a lot of space inside of our mind to contemplate about past events, past situations, relationships with people, and our parents, our significant others. But don't let that get you down. Remember, truth is always going to be truth. Truth is always going to be truth. And a lie is always going to be a lie. It can never be the same. Alright, my guys. Alright, my friends. It's time for me to go ahead and get to my duties, and hopefully this talk has been beneficial. And if I've said anything that goes against the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, it is not because they are lacking in wisdom, talent, or skill, or know-how. It is because I am still developing. I am not a master I'm not a meditation master or a Buddhist scholar. I am a monk that lives in the forest, as you can see back here, during the rains retreats, and what I experience and what I am developing, I try to share with you, so therefore maybe we can have a common ground and learn how to develop the practice within ourselves and radiate that to others. Peace, blessings, love and light.